Welcome back to Pokemon Blue, part 44, and we're still here on Victory Road. In today's part, we're still going to be in Victory Road by the end, but we are going to get our third and final legendary Pokemon bird. If you've been paying attention to your Spanish, we're going uno, dos. Today is tres, which is moltres.
Tres molt.
Now here's I'm sure we're gonna bring this up to maybe a possible Leaf Green playthrough or a Fire Red playthrough. I don't know, but if you kind of feel like Zapdos, you have to go out of your way to go get. Articuno, you have to go out of your way to go get. But Moltres is kind of in the way in some ways. Kind of placed right in front of you out of nowhere. Well, that's because I think they originally planned to have the Sevi Islands, which was in the remakes, they really want to put this, from what I understand, the Sevi Islands was supposed to be part of this game, but due to limitations it couldn't make it in. And so, Moltres was supposed to be in one of those islands you have to go out of your way to go get. But unfortunately, since there was no room to put the said 7 islands that they want in there, they decided to move Moltres here in Victory Road. In fact, in the remakes, that's where you can find Moltres, is in Island 1, I believe. I think so, I can't really remember. Yeah, I think it is in Island 1.
I think that's where the volcano's at.
Yeah, like Mount Ember, is that what it's called? I
Yes.
think that's what it's called. But here, it's in Victory Road, and it's kind of in the way. If you don't want to catch it, don't have the balls, you don't have to go get it. It's not, here's the thing, it's not like you're forced to fight it, or anything like that. You can just walk around it, but you probably will run into it. But we won't run into Moltres until at the end of the part, in which, in fashion, we do catch it. Like we did the other 2 birds, there's no point just showing off without catching it, I guess. But just like the other 2 bird problems, I can paralyze it, bring it down to 1 health, but I'll still miss the, catching the thing, and probably catch it within the first ball. I managed to get it inside and automatically catch it. Now this puzzle here, I'm trying. I should have, have a little bit more forethought, but I do go down this ladder because that's where the Moltres is, I believe. I think so. But the thing is, there are still other trainers, and there's still a way out to go through the other way. But the problem is, the boulders reset once you leave. Yeah, see, I think I'm going to do it again. I didn't realize it resets. I probably thought once you put on the switch, it stays on the switch. Nope. I screwed up. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to watch us do this again. Unfortunately, and I apologize for that.
Alright, so how about a quiz?
Alrighty.
Okay. Which Pokemon is the only Pokemon that has the chance of its gender change when it evolves?
It can change genders when it evolves?
Yes. You want multiple choice or?
I think I've heard this one, but I can't remember. Yeah, give me a multiple choice.
Alright. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Viper, Tangela, Azurill. That's it. You get 3.
Yeah, I think it is Azul.
Azurill.
To Meryl to Azumarill?
Yeah, yes, it is. You're correct. Azurill into a Meryl. When Azurill evolves into a Meryl, it has a chance of its gender to change.
Why is that? Is that just a
It's
glitch?
No, it's the gender ratio for a Azumarill. It has a higher chance of being a female than a male.
Even though...
But a Meryl's chance of it being a male and female is 50-50. So that increases the chance of it being a male. So therefore, when it evolves, since it has a different gender ratio.
But that's weird. Are you saying that any Pokemon can change their gender if that's the case? Or is that the...
That's the only one that has something like that.
Yeah, that sounds like more of a glitch. But that's something
But that's
like a glitch.
what they programmed to be like that.
Yeah, well, that's kind of weird. Is what you would think if you get a um, I'm trying not to say it because Azumarill and Azurill, is that how you pronounce it? Because they almost exactly sound alike.
Azumarill and Azurill.
Azurill.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it is very similar.
It sounds very similar, and you probably can get mixed up for. I know there's called Meryl and Azumarill.
Yeah, but then in Generation 3, it got a pre-evolution
which is Azul or something like that.
It's very close to it's Spanish. It's close to the Spanish of blue.
Azul. Yeah.
That's blue in Spanish, so it's very close to Azul.
Yeah. But that's kind of weird because if the Azul is supposed, if it's a male, then it gets changed to female. But the chances are, if it evolves to a Azumarill, it'd still be a female because of the 50-50 ratio.
Yeah.
But that's kind of weird how it does that. It can be changes a male to a female like that because of a ratio.
Male.
Or something like that.
But it has a chance of its gender being changed.
But that's kind of weird. That just sounds like a glitch. Does that happen in every generation, or is that only Generation 3?
I don't know. The gender ratio changed for it.
See, that just sounds like Pokemon that just sounds like a glitch.
But it's not because they programmed it to be like that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they didn't intend it to be that way. It just happened. But the way they programmed it, it just happened.
Wouldn't that same ratio in Generation 2 just for Meryl? Is it still Meryl's? Is Meryl still a high chance of being a female rather than a male?
No, it's 50-50.
But in Generation 3, they changed the Meryl to be...
No, it's still 50-50. It's Zero that has the higher chance
of being a female
than a male.
But if it was a male, it evolves to a Meryl.
There's a chance that it will become a female because it's 50-50.
Huh, that's weird. That still sounds like a glitch. I don't care if it is programmed something like that, because logically that don't make really too much. Now, unless you want to get technical.
Pokemon, nothing's logical.
Yeah, but if you want to. They evolve and stuff like that. If you're just talking about, a theory of evolution, in some cases, something like that. Well, that's not too. If you're, I'm thinking of it as a human, kind of like a human thing, because humans don't do that. But I think, you know what? Never mind. If it looks like it can be an animal, some animals can change their sex if it needs to be. You know what? That doesn't sound too odd. The more I think about it, it doesn't sound too odd. But it does raise another question though. Why can't other Pokemon do that? Why is this instance it does?
I have no idea. But you remember the choices I gave you?
Yeah, I know Survivor doesn't evolve whatsoever.
Yeah, that was a trick. I just put there like it can evolve, so I just said that.
Yeah, it doesn't evolve.
That doesn't work.
But once you said Azul or something, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. As soon as you said it, then I remember that, because that question did sound familiar, but I just couldn't remember it. But once you said that, then yeah, I go, oh, okay, yeah, I've heard that one. Alrighty, push. Well, with that said,
I think it only works with the female though.
Yeah.
Because it's the female that gets changed, really.
Yeah.
So I think if you have a female Azurill or Azurill, he has a chance to become male, but I don't think it can work with if you have a male they to become female. I think once it's a male it stays male, but if it's a female there's a chance for it to change to a male.
Yeah, if you, I'm sure. I think more I'm trying to remember, back in science class, back in school, the more I think about it, I think it can. That can work. But like I said, the more you think about it, why is this Pokemon and this Pokemon only that, on top of our heads, obviously. It's the only one that could do that. And then I think there's more than one animal that can do that here in the real world.
But Lapras.
Yeah, we'll see another Lapras later down the road.
First time we actually see one.
Yeah, we have one, but the one we have one, but for portraits, to see a portrait and have one fighting, yeah, this is our first one seen.
No Licky Tone.
Yeah.
Which actually cannot learn Lick.
Yeah, that's weird.
Despite its whole thing is licking.
Well, remember, it's Licky. You know the name. It's in for most English people. I don't know what his name is in Japanese.
I'm pretty sure it's Sola.
But the fact that he has his tongue out, I can probably look and see and go, yeah, you know what? That still doesn't make sense. Why? Lick is not one
It
of his.
also doesn't make sense that Arcanine can learn teleport.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing.
Well, it can learn extreme speed later on, so kind of move if you're depends on what you're doing.
Not fast enough for it to teleport.
Well, no, it can be because who knows? He may be running so fast it may look like teleport. Now, unless if you wanted, it is a psychic type, so it might be warping. It could be just be moving molecules around. By the way, we're trying to capture Moltres while we're having this conversation,
but Arcanine. But still.
Because I think the reason why is I think Arcanine was probably planned to be a legendary. And in fact, I wouldn't be too surprised at one point it probably was having some parts psychic. Because usually back in these early games, if it's a legendary, most likely it'd be a psychic type. I wouldn't be surprised at one point it probably did have like a psychic type to it. At one point before it became just a pure fire type. Alright.
Do you know what the Lickitun's evolution is called?
Licky, if I remember correctly. That's in Gen 4.
Yeah, it's so stupid, though. It looks really dumb and really bad.
Well, it's not like it was working on a masterpiece of itself. But, we'll get to Gen 4, maybe, later.
Yeah. No.
At some point.
Gen 4 is awful.
At some point.
In my opinion.
I don't remember much of it, so I can't. I've played it once, but I just can't remember.
It's trash.
Yeah, we'll get to it later. I'll probably end up playing it since Cole don't like it. I'll play it, and I'll probably get my thoughts to it. But it's been a long time since I've played. I don't even tell you the truth at this point now. I don't even remember what version I played. Maybe no. I think it was Platinum. Never mind. And that's probably the game I'm gonna play is Platinum. Years down the road. But I'm missing Pokeballs and trying to capture Moltres. Moltres is a fire flying type compared to all the other Pokemon here. Do the same strategy, paralyze it with Raichu, kind of take down his HP, and then once Raichu gets taken out, unfortunately, Dugtrio, you will use Sand Attack or lower accuracy.
Do you still have that move?
Yeah, I use it just to lower accuracy. Well, this is Gen 1, we don't get access to a lot of good moves.
As also in Gen 1, there is no description of what the move does.
No.
So you have to, if you learn a new move,
you have to figure out what it is. Or if you had a Premia guide back in the day, which is one of those books.
Yeah, it's the thing. It depends on what
you wouldn't know.
You feel?
Yeah, alright. We caught Moltres.
When was it? Generation 2 when you got description of what moves do?
Yeah.
Generation 1, really?
Yes. And that's the end of the part.